The biggest turnaround of the offseason might be about to happen in Washington. And we're not just talking about another signing. We're talking about a silent revolution that's about to explode. Imagine looking at the field at the start of the season and seeing Tibido wearing the Burgundy and Gold. Yes, the same Tibido who had 11.5 sacks last year and already surpassed 25 in his career. Now picture him terrorizing quarterbacks twice a year against the Eagles. This isn't just a dream, it's a real possibility. With Dante Fowler Jr. gone and no dominant presence in the pass rush, this potential move wouldn't just be bold, it would be strategic. The Giants are overloaded with talent at the position. Just signed Brian Burns, drafted Abdul Carter in the top 3, and kept Tibido just as a precaution. It's clear they're raising his value for a trade. And that's where Washington can act with surgical precision. We're building something big. Jaden Daniels leading the offense. A reinforced offensive line. Dangerous targets all around. But the defense still needs that player who changes the course of a game, and Tibido has that DNA. But hold on, it gets even hotter. While everyone's looking at the spotlight, the Commanders are about to make a silent and deadly move in the running game. The name? Racked White. To many, just another name. But for those who know his history with Jaden Daniels at Arizona State, it's clear the connection is real, natural, and lethal. White was the safety valve, the escape route, the trust in chaos. With Ekeler nearing 30 and getting expensive, White brings youth, explosiveness, and instant chemistry with our quarterback. All that for a possible 5th-round pick. Low risk, huge potential. And if you thought that was enough, get this, the name Alvin Kamara has surfaced behind the scenes. Yes, Alvin Kamara. 5-time Pro Bowler. One of the most complete backs in the league. Running, catching, blocking, he does it all. And does it well. With the Saints in rebuild mode and Derek Carr retired, Kamara could become a trade piece. And Washington, which has already shown it's not afraid to invest heavily, see Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil, could very well pull the trigger again. Kamara would be a game changer. A veteran with presence. A mentor for the backfield. And above all, a weapon that can turn a good team into an unstoppable one. We're not talking about stats here. We're talking about impact, respect, leadership. If these 3 moves happen, Tibido on defense, White as a dynamic addition, and Kamara as the star, the Commanders stop being a promise and become a nightmare for any NFC opponent. This isn't just an off-season. It's a message. Washington wants to win now. And now I want to hear from you, fan. Would you give up future draft picks to build a super squad for 2025? Or would you rather follow the slow and cautious path? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And of course, subscribe now to the Commanders Fan News Today channel and turn on notifications because this war is just beginning and the next bomb could explode at any moment. If you still doubt that this front office is ready to risk it all for a title, just look at what's been done so far. Adam Peters came in with a plan, and it's not a slow rebuild plan. It's a statement plan to put Washington's name among the NFL's elite again, not in 3 years. No. Dan Quinn, in turn, isn't here to accept mediocrity. He knows that to win in January, you need players who shine in the clutch moments. And if we can line up Tibido on defense, White in the backfield, and Kamara as the cherry on top, we're talking about a trio that can win games, not just with talent, but with presence. Tibido intimidates just by lining up. Racked White brings speed, catching ability, and chemistry with Daniels. And Kamara? He's the kind of player you put on the field and know something special might happen. These are moves that not only improve the team, they shape a franchise's identity. And let's be honest, Commanders Nation, it's long past time we had an identity. A winning culture. An aggressive posture. And everything is pointing to that. The roster, the leadership, and now, possibly, the final pieces. The NFC East is on alert. The Eagles felt the loss of Josh Sweat. The Cowboys, well, they're still the Cowboys. And the Giants are about to lose one of their top talents to a direct rival. Do you feel what's happening? Washington is tired of being a background character. And if these moves go through, we'll stop being side players and become protagonists, the kind that take the field to dominate, not just to compete. But of course, all this depends on one thing, attitude. The courage to act. And that's why this moment could be the turning point of our recent history. So I ask you again, fan, are you ready to see the Commanders level up? To see Jaden Daniels leading an offense with Kamara and White, while Tibido leads the defense. Because if that happens, the conversation changes. The respect changes. And the way opponents see us changes too. But you can't follow this transformation from the sidelines. If you believe in this new Washington, if you want to follow every step of this historic turnaround, subscribe now to the Commanders Fan News Today channel. Turn on notifications, leave a like, and share with other fans. Here, information comes first, with real analysis, true fan passion, and no fluff. Washington is preparing for something big, and you deserve to be front row when it happens. And now, speaking as a fan myself, man, if these three moves happen, Kayvon Thibodeau on defense, Rackett White joining the offense with instant chemistry with Jaden Daniels, and Alvin Kamara sharing the backfield. I'll say it loud and clear, this is the most dangerous version of the Commanders I've seen in years. Seriously. We've spent too long watching the other teams in the division reload while we waited for the rebuild to bear fruit. But now it's different. Now there's attitude. Now there's courage. And look, I know giving up draft picks isn't easy. But let's face it, how many times have we bet on the future and we're left only with promises? The time has come to bet on the present. Because when you have a special quarterback like Jaden Daniels, you need to surround him with real weapons, not just potential names. Tibido would be the kind of reinforcement that changes the entire defensive identity. White, in turn, brings youth and a bond with a QB that no one else on the roster has. And Kamara? Kamara is the type of player who elevates everyone around him. He doesn't have to carry the team, he just needs to be there. Because his presence already changes everything. It's this kind of boldness that makes a team stop being promising and become unstoppable. So, as a Commanders fan, I say, make the trade. Pull the trigger. Go all in. Because this window won't stay open forever. And we finally have a roster, a coaching staff, and a mentality ready to go far. If this front office has the guts, we'll look back at this offseason in a few years and say, that's when everything changed. And if you fan believe in this the way I do, you know what to do. Subscribe now to the Commanders Fan News Today channel, smash that like button, and tell me, would you make these trades? Or would you rather hold on to the picks for the future? Let's talk, because the future might be arriving faster than we think. And you know what excites me the most about all this? It's not just the talent involved in these possible trades. It's the mentality. It's seeing that the front office finally understands you can't win in the NFL playing it safe. The NFL is not kind to those who wait too long. Those who hesitate lose. And what we're seeing now in Washington is a shift in mindset, the kind that transforms an entire franchise. We're not just watching the game happen anymore. We're stepping onto the field to dictate the pace. These possible arrivals wouldn't just be reinforcements, they'd be declarations of war. A clear message to the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants, we're here. And we came to dominate. Now think with me. With Tibido pressuring the opposing quarterback, with White catching short passes, breaking tackles, and gaining hidden yards, and with Kamara being that guy who changes a game with a single play, how is anyone supposed to stop this team? You combine that with the leadership of Bobby Wagner, the talent of Deebo Samuel, the tactical brilliance of Dan Quinn, and the competitive fire of Jaden Daniels, and man, that's a team built to fight for a Super Bowl. It's not an exaggeration. It's not a fan's dream. It's reality. There's only one thing left, act. Because if the front office does what needs to be done, 2025 won't just be another season. It could be the season. But I want to hear from you, Commanders fan. Would you be bold enough to go all in now? Would you trade the comfort of waiting for the future for a real shot at immediate glory? Comment below because this is a hot topic, and the Burgundy and Gold Nation needs your voice. And if you want to follow every step of this journey, don't waste time. Subscribe to the Commanders Fan News Today channel, hit the bell, and come with us. This is where you'll find information, opinion, and above all, passion for this team. Because the Commanders are changing. And believe me, when the dust settles, no one will want to cross our path.